So dear students, welcome in today's class, and today we are going to do chapter 1 development. This is chapter 1 of class 10th economics. So we are going to start today this chapter, and one thing which I want to make you clear, that I am going to explain the whole chapter in very simple language, and after seeing the full video you are going to answer all the questions related to this chapter. So let us start the topic. So first of all, we are going to understand the meaning of development. See, development can be different for different persons. Means development, simple we can say that improvement in the situations, improvement in the conditions for a person, for a nation. So first of all, we are going to do this only, that different people can have different goals. How we can consider it? Like first thing which you should know, that different persons can have different goals. Another thing, what may be development for one may not be development for the other. So it may be even destructive for other. We can take many examples, like for farmer, his developmental goal can be that he wanted to sell the crop on maximum rates. So this could be the developmental goal for the farmer. We can take more examples, like suppose a tribal community is living in some area, and in that area dams are going to be constructed. So this is going to disturb the whole life of this tribal community. They will not be happy with this, but the people will be happy because their electricity problem will be sorted out. So this can be the developmental goal for people, but for tribal community, developmental goal can be that the dam should not be constructed. We can take many examples from our practical life. Suppose any industry is being set up in our area. So this industry is going to give employment. Naturally, industry, the main developmental goal of this industry is to get maximum profit, but for that maximum labor has to be appointed. So this could be the developmental goal of this industry. But the people who are living in nearby area, maybe they are unhappy with this industry, because their environment is going to be degraded, like they have to face pollution. So means for different persons developmental goal can be different, right? See, next we have to understand that income and other goals. See, you just clear one thing in your mind, the developmental goals can be, one category can be material goals and another can be non-material goals, right? So material goals means we just consider income. Everybody wants to earn maximum, right? So more income, more satisfaction. But there could be other goals also which are named as non-materialistic goals. They are like equal treatment, freedom, security. This could be job security also. This could be social security also, healthy atmosphere, right? So our goals can be materialistic as well as non-materialistic. So this I have made you clear here. Yes, move to the next. See, this is very important to understand. See, national development. How will define national development? National development has been defined by World Development Report is there, and one more we will do. So what this World Bank says, according to World Bank, the countries where per capita income is 4,53,000 per annum and above, these countries will be in the category of rich countries, and the countries which are having per capita income 37,000 or less, they will be considered as low income countries. So first this thing you have to remember, this data you should just set in your mind. Another thing, they are given one more report in 2017. According to this report, what is there? See, this report says the per capita income, which is $12,056 per year or more, wherever per capita income is this much. So these countries will be considered rich countries. But the countries which are having per capita income $995 or less, they'll be considered as low income countries. So this was given by World Bank. Another criteria which was given by Human Development Report, according to this report, this report compares the countries not only on the basis of per capita income, but also according to the educational levels of people and health status, right? So if you compare first and second, you'll come to know that it is including per capita income, health status, educational levels also. So this is the best, better than first one, because in first one only per capita income was considered, but a person needs educational facilities also. He or she wants good health facilities, right? So the developmental criteria should be based on not only per capita income, but other aspects should also be considered. So the report given by human development development, that was the better criteria to measure the national development. In exam, many times the question has come related to this concept, means comparison can be there, or what is the report of given by human development index. So this can be there. This was given by UNDP, right? So this was given in 2006. According to that, I have explained it here. See next. Now the prominent topic which is being discussed in many conferences at international level also. So we are discussing now sustainability of development. See, what is the meaning of the word sustain? To sustain means which is happening continuously, right? So when this word is attached with this development, it means it is a regular process of satisfying the needs of present generation without harming the productivity of the future generation, right? So means here we are considering both present generation also as well as the future generation also, because this future generation also has the right to live freely, to live with all amenities, to live in healthy atmosphere. So sustainability of development means this only, that the development should happen but not at the cost of harming the productivity of the future generation, right? So this is the concept of sustainability of development, right? Next one, see, now I am going to discuss few terms with you which are important and which are being asked in exams also. So first is infant mortality rate, IMR. So what it indicates? The number of children that die before the age of 1 year as a proportion of 1000 live children born in that particular year. So it will be called as IMR. And literacy rate, next one, it measures a proportion of literate population in the 7 and above age group. This is called literacy rate. Next term is net attendance ratio. So net attendance ratio measures, it is a total number of children of age group of 6 to 10 attending school as a percentage of total number of children in the same age group, right? This is called net attendance ratio, means actually how many children are attending the school. Percentage of that will be considered as net attendance ratio, and age group is this 6 to 10 years. See next. Next is HDI. The full form of HDI is very simple, Human Development Index. Another is life expectancy. Life expectancy means its name is only clearing the thing. It is average expected length of life of a person. See next. Next is gross enrollment ratio. So what is this gross enrollment ratio? It means enrollment ratio for primary, secondary, higher education beyond secondary school. Gross means total we can say total students who have actually taken admission for studying. So that is gross enrollment ratio. Per capita income, yes, it's very important. Per capita income, it is also called average income, which is the total income of the country divided by total population. Means if we write total income, that is national income only. If we divide it by population, total population, that will be called PCI, per capita income. You have to learn this formula. Yes. GDP, it will come in next chapter also, but let us do here also. GDP is the value of goods and services produced in a country during an accounting year. That is called gross domestic product. Gross means total, domestic means we are talking about our boundary, and product means the total production of goods and services. If I write it in simple formula, it can be P into Q. P means price of the goods and services, Q means quantity of the goods and services. So this was complete first chapter. All the topics I covered here, and this video is available in Hindi also. If you want to see understand the concept in Hindi, you can go and just see that video.